Welcome to Ecuador.
When people think of Ecuador, what often comes to mind is
Galapagos.
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 But there is so much more to Ecuador than the Galapagos Islands and the Pacific coast. Ecuador is a stunning country, from the snow-covered peaks of the Andes to the lush rainforests of the Amazon. And we even have the most well-preserved Spanish city in South America, Quito. To discover the soul of Ecuador, we spoke with our fellow Ecuadorianos. We'll share the sights, sounds, tastes, and smells of Ecuador.
Wow, what does Ecuador smell like?
Ecuador smells like heaven. I'm a local guide here in Cotopaxi National Park. Here we're surrounded by 4 volcanoes, Paso Choa, Sincholagua, Cotopaxi, and Rumiñahui. Cotopaxi National Park is a great place for hiking. The cool thing is that you won't see cars, you won't see people. Here we're breathing pure air.
Ecuador smells like horses. It smells like the sweat and the adrenaline when you are cantering through open, vast spaces in the mountain hills.
So we are on the slopes of Rumiñahui volcano in Hacienda El Porvenir with our companions, the Chagra, or local Andean cowboys, which is a culture that was born in this area. For me, the beauty of the Andes is that connection that gives you to nature. It makes you feel small. The mountains will connect you to nature in a different way.
What does Ecuador sound like? It sounds like this.
Ecuador sounds like happiness.
Ecuador sounds like nature.
Obviously, the best sound is salsa. You can dance salsa and bachata and Lavoe feeling like you are having the best version of yourself because you are really living your soul in each movement.
Ecuador sounds like music while driving on a Chiva.
Chiva Bus is literally a moving party. Everyone comes here just to dance and there are no second intentions. You can just come, dance, have a great time.
In the Chiva you can win queen and king of the party, so we won because we were dancing in the pole and she did a really cool spin, and after that I came and danced with her.
Ecuador looks like a patchwork.
You have mountains, you have oceans, you have beaches.
Ecuador looks like a wide variety of colors and sensations.
Ecuador looks like our costume. For example, at the moment I have this one. It's from Cotopaxi. I am a tour guide for the middle of the world.
When you come to the middle of the world, you can jump from the northern hemisphere to the southern hemisphere, or even stand at both hemispheres at the same time. In the middle of the world, you can balance one egg on a nail.
Wow.
Ecuador is like a procession from Eastern time. What I love to be part of the Jacchigua folkloric ballet here in Ecuador is the energy that we, as dancers, provoke to the people.
The colors, the textures, and we do this with a lot of hard work and love.
What do I think Ecuador tastes like? My grandma's kitchen. She used to have this really nice locro de papa. It's a potato soup.
Ecuador tastes like our tangerines, raspberries, flowers.
Ecuador tastes like empanadas.
Ecuador tastes like yuca from the rainforest.
For me, it is messy, it is generous, but it's overall delicious. What we cook here is delicious Ecuadorian contemporary food. The guinea pig is very emblematic to Ecuador, and that's why we made a dumpling that has inside guinea pig. It's delicious.
We're in Misawazi, we're in the Shiripuno community. The cool thing about the Shiripuno community is that they still keep their ancient ways of cooking the chocolate. So they're still gonna use ancient tools to gather the cacao and to cook the chocolate.
Las familias indígenas todo el tiempo plantamos cacao y a esta plantación nosotras conocemos como la chacra.
Chocolate is really important for the community. It's their way of income, their way of life.
Ecuador tastes like agave. Here we are with our oldest miskera. Miskera is the person who works with agave plant. Here in Ecuador, we have an old tradition that when we find the oldest plant, the miskeras are going to make a hole in the middle of the plant and they are going to harvest the pure nectar that is inside of the plant. After all that hard work, the final product is Miske. So this is not a tequila, this is the spirit of Ecuador. Miske.
Miske.
What do I think Ecuador feels like? Ecuador feels like pure life, you know? So it's fresh, it's a high quality of air, of waters. We're doing rafting on the Yaku River. The Yaku River is a class 3 intermediate level. It's the perfect place for beginners and non-beginners. We're gonna expect big splashes. We are gonna get wet, super fun. And at the end of this rapid, there's a beautiful wall with beautiful waterfalls that we can enjoy. It's an adventure every single day.
Ecuador feels like 4 seasons in one day. You know, this is rainbow land. You have sun and rain at the same time, probably hail in the top of the mountains.
Ecuador to me has always felt like freedom. It's always felt like a natural world that you could just always explore.
Ecuador feels like a very spiritual place.
La Compañía is one of the biggest expressions of Baroque art. You see everything covered in gold. I really like going there because it's super calm, quiet, peaceful.
Ecuador is a country that will leave you breathless.
With stunning scenery, rich culture, and friendly people.
Ecuador is the perfect place to experience the unexpected.
Thanks for watching Lonely Planet. Like and subscribe if you want more videos like this.